Hello, folks. My name is Patrick Haraguchi. I'm from Brazil. Let's do this mesh decal kind of solution for the games when you need like a crater for for explosion or something. That you need like a not just like a flat decal, but like a mesh decal with volume and blend with the grounds. But for now, we're gonna first do like the simplest way to have like a mesh decal in your game, because depending of your game, you don't need uh, so deep integrations in textures in this kind of like a fancy shader. So we have a mesh for the decal for the effect. The pivot is basically on the bottom line, okay, and it's a simple material. So we have the albedo with alpha to blend to have like a opacity on the borders, and we have like ambient occlusion, normal map. I don't have like a glossiness map, but you can do. And this is for the shader one that we're gonna talk later. But for now, like I just create a simple standard material with fade. The fade have some little problems in the render, but okay, it's not Kiwi. We don't have Kiwi. Okay, but if your game is like it's most like a like a top view or isometric, you don't need to worry. Uh, so the first thing is like let's disable the cast shadow. So cast shadow is off. So actually, it's basically blends with the bottom, with the let's say not the bottom, but like the T-ring or the surface. Let's scale this a little. So I put like a cube, 1 meter cube. The size depends of what you want. So I will scale a little. Okay, I think this size is okay. Can delete this cube. Okay. So first, I'm gonna create like an empty object, crater decal, and put this in a layer. We don't need to do this now, so let's keep it in default. Put the crater mesh inside. So okay, let's reset the transform position 0. Let's reset the transform position to the object too. So both are in the same position. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna create a new timeline. We're gonna use timeline because I want to show some cool stuff we can do with timeline. I think we need to create here. Create timeline. Where's timeline? Timeline. Chapter system. Nice. So this timeline, it's no, it's not here. So let's bring to the scene and select here. It's locked. Okay. Let's grab this and add here as animation track. Okay. So they put the animation on the hood, but not in the mesh itself. So we're gonna animate the mesh. So let's remove this and drag this. Just drag it here, and they will ask you to create the animation components. Okay, it's here. So let's animate because we are master of animation. So I think uh, 50 frame pop-up is okay, so I'm gonna key on 10, say the scale, add on the 0, we're gonna shrink a little, down, update the key, so here we go, and let's add key here, so it's holding, and here we can scale a little more to have like a bounce effect. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So I'm gonna edit right here. Add key, and then 3 frames later we're gonna just shrink down. Okay. So okay, once the animation's done, let's remove the wireframe here. Let's set the create system to loop so we can watch and rewatch. Okay. It's kind of okay, but we need a little transition from the plastic. So we're gonna edit this on animation editor. It's easy to get another components and see the keys and all this stuff. So we're gonna go to mesh render, material color. Okay. Oops. So add. Let's make a key here. It's 1. Here it's 0. Disappear. Here is 1. And the end it's 0. Okay, let's just like take a little more time between up here and disappear just to let's tweak a little. It's kind of okay. So now we can kind of like drag this here, or keep separated. That's your choice. The simplest one it's done, it's just like using alpha. It's normal one, but it's not what we want because we want fun stuff. Okay, so let's go to the second part. That's it's making the shader and the system. So to these work well, we're gonna need to the system in another layer. Okay, the Decal. Because we need a camera to get the surface render to pass to the shader, and this camera needs to not render the crater itself. So the cameras will render like everything you want, but not the geo decal. Okay, cool. The camera is orthogonal, and we need to rotation to render down. Let's get the camera up. Okay. and the size will be a lot small. Don't worry about the aspect ratio because we're gonna fix this. And the far distance, can be 10 or 5. It depends the height of you put your camera. We don't going to put the camera too high. To not like a hinder like trees or other stuff. So like trees far, it's okay. So to render to textures, we need to create a new custom render to texture. Okay, it's created here. So we can set like a 256 by 256. The color format can be RGB 565. It's the I think it's the lowest size for an image. The compression they will like the type of render, no zip maps, um, no like depth information. No, it's like it's the cheapest way. Let's not go too deep in technical stuff. So this camera will render this texture. Let's remove blah, 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 blah. So now the camera is like a square shape. Okay, let's make sure the camera is on the center. Ooh. Cutter is in the center, everything is in the center. So now we can put the top view and scale. Let's show again the wireframe. Yeah, just to see where's the limit. Okay, around here. To check, let's change this material. Not only texture, and let's drag our custom render textures to here. Okay, something's wrong. Decal. Okay, mixing. It's not really okay. That's already solid color. So basically, it's fitting. It's not perfect, but we don't need this perfection. Okay, let's not uh, be so perfectionist. One thing that I want to do is grab the main object and move to some place to check the orientation because the center it's too okay, it's wrong. Okay, it's completely wrong. So let's rotate our camera. Okay. Come on, rotate. Yeah. Now it's basically right. So let's reset again. 000. Okay. And one problem like of using like the render to textures, it's because the render camera will render every frame. So you can enable and disable this camera through script or through timeline. Because this I chose timeline, so we can just like drag the camera to the timeline and create like activation track. So we can just get the track and set this to be, let's say, let's try just one frame. Sometimes they skip the frame, but let's try one frame. Okay, if it's not enough, we can like put like at least 3 frames to activate, handle the textures, and deactivate the camera. So will be just like a performance cost will be only on 3 frames. Okay, looks like it's working. You see, sometimes they miss the frame. So let's put like I told. Sorry, my mouse is a little buggy. In 3 frames, let's set this rotation to 0. Okay, now let's make the shader for this because we need custom shader. There's there's the truth. We can't do using any Unity standard shader. So we're gonna create amplify surface shader. Okay, let's rename this. I just renamed the shader to keep organized. So let's bring the windows. Okay, let's keep here. It's a little hard to work on a single window. Okay, let's put the name here. Our shader will be first you need to set the category of your shader. So let's say my shaders slash Decal. Okay, let's just update. When you do this, you can get your shader here. My shader Decal. Nothing. So you're gonna click to open in shader editor through the material because now like on the like amplifiers and all we are just working on the shader and we did not get like some updates from the material side. So let's reopen. Now we have like the material, the shader. Okay. So we're gonna need the textures input. First one will be albedo. So we can hold T on keyboards and click. They will create the textures. Another for normal map, another for AO. Okay, albedo, normal. So for normal, you need to check like unpack normal, to work the normal correctly. And let's put this AO, albedo. There is no opacity here. To get from AO, we're gonna do zoom and ambient occlusion. Okay, so to get the transparent mode, you're gonna on blend and set transparent and put this in alpha test. The handle key to handle this shader mesh after the the opaque shaders. Okay, so update there. So now we can drag the opacity from the albedo. So let's just uh, populate this AO normal. Hmm, what's wrong, boy? Okay, we forget to change the here to alpha blended. The blend mode for RGB alpha blended. Okay, so we ended with the same basically standard shader. Okay, now let's hide this. I don't like this. Okay, now we're gonna feed our other maps. So we need a texture, another texture, and another texture. So let's call this surface. I don't know, any name you want. And this mask. Okay, what we're gonna do? It's like we're gonna blend. Uh, we're gonna blend the albedo with the render to texture using the mask. To do this, we need a lerp. So hold L and click, so you get the lerp. So the mask will be the alpha, and in the lerp, A is it's black from the mask, and B is white. So let's say our white will be the render texture, the surface texture. Okay, and our alpha will be the black parts because we want the inside the crater using our texture. So let's look back. Okay, so there, and let's feed this the mask and the render. Cool. Okay, let's play a little. I think the animation is not so cool. Let me. Yeah, a little better. Okay, but the texture scale with the object, we can fix this using some world position calculations to offset the textures and some math. But I gonna keep simple because most of the time we're gonna have like a particles effects, debris, some stuff that we don't need to you know think so much about this scale, because another part of the shader, it's like we need to have like the alpha, the opacity blending. So sorry, first thing we need to have the blending, it's create a float to blend the alpha from black to the mask value. Okay, so let's hold one on keyboard, click, so we have like a float. Let's set to property to appear here and set 1, max 1. So then we can multiply of m, multiply. Let's multiply the alpha from the albedo from the float, and let's name this opacity. Opacity. Okay. So like this. This is what you want to control for the main cutter opacity. Okay. Cool. Now disappear. What? What? Okay, again. Okay, it's here. It's because it's too small, so we cannot see. Okay, so let's get back here. Let's turn the animation again. Let's see, add key, and when the cutter is around here, it will be 1. Okay, whoa. And then here, let's add key, and then they will disappear completely. So now it's a little better, but we still see the texture scale, and I don't like. So I'm gonna put another control to mask this a little better, to fake a little more. So we're gonna create another float here, another multiply here, and we're gonna mask this to the lerp blending. So let's say blend 0 to 1 and need to be property. Okay. Oh, disappear. The blending disappear. So it's more like let's get here. Okay. Let's set it 1, 0. Oh, look at this. And here we can do another key and make it. I don't know if we need. We don't need because just like a Y scale. Let's put just you know. Yeah. Okay. Let's check. Let me move to another place. Yeah, it's working well. So let's truly test. Okay. 5. Okay, we can move the creator a little up. No, let's grab this up a little. Yeah, it's working. It's a better effect, you know. It's not perfect, but uh, in a battle, in an action scene, it's tricky. Okay, I moved the cutter and not the system, so yes, sometimes I mess this stuff. Okay, okay, just to specify some stuff like I keep all the maps separated to more like to be easy to understand where's the things go, but like you can condense the monochromatic channel maps like AO, the mask on R and R channel, on head channel of one image, the mask in the green channel of the same texture, so you can have like 4 maps in a single RGBA image, you know. So like you can have like the metal glossness, like the metal map on the head channel, glossness on the green channel, the main occlusion on the blue channel, and the mask on the alpha channel. So this is a way to optimize the textures. Another thing like this is for the single one, so to have like a more like a more complex system, you need to go to make the pooling, like create a array of handler to texture to using script to act as each instance uh, of the cutter to to the to the handler to texture map. It's a little more complicated, but I'm sure you can fix this. You can solve this. Okay, that's all for now. Just to finish, like the timeline, it's outside. Okay, so you can simply like add on the system itself. So it's playable director. You can drag here and then drag like the camera activation layer and the character animation here, and then you need to change. Okay, so you can put lip, hold, try, put lips just to see. Okay, and create a prefab of this, and it's done. Thank you. Bye.